Hello, mis amigos, yo soy Rachel, and we're back with another episode of Major Minor Mobile Edition. Where we last left off, we set the interview of the conference and all that stuff with Clace's boss, I forget his name, and we learned that they're using Armstrong Incorporated's machinery to keep us all safe. And let's see how it goes. I guess a lot's happened over the last couple hours. Life in this business moves pretty darn fast. I hope I can keep up with all this. My next step was Singe's office. He wanted to have a conversation with me and Keela, but I wonder what it was about. I hope that he let us stay and tour with Daz. I'd rather all of my work not be for nothing, and I get to spend lots of time with everybody, especially if we weren't able to leave the building. I doubt it would be as bad as Acheron thought. Only Max and Singe could have set off the weapons. At that moment, they were on the same side. They were both in this to protect all of us, but it was very short-lived. The tone of my phone echoes through the empty hall. I hesitantly checked my text messages. I'm completely unaware of what awaits me, but after reading what I was about to, I knew that things would never be normal again. One of your friends will die today. It will be your fault. You are not the only one blessed with powers from the Ark. Things will be more fun from now on. Good luck. Oh, shit. Now we got some major conflict. Is it Rio? Come on, Rio. I'm gonna kick your ass, and this is all gonna be over. Before your arrival in Tokyo, and before the launch of the contest, is this Rio or is this someone else that's also got powers? So, if I may reiterate, I've recently engaged in a bargain, and my claim is this, is dominion. Not only over Earth, but its people too, and the flow of time therein. I am certain you would like this power. In your line of work, it would be essential. Am I correct to assume that you agree? Max? Max? What? What? My brain just... Yeah, but all that is contained in this? It's such a fragile looking necklace. Fragile? The gears of fate are anything but. They spin in spite of defiance. Like a drill, moving forward in revolution. Time is not easily stopped. It is fickle and moves with vigor. So what? I can control time? In a way. What has happened cannot be changed, but you can stop it and slow it down. Like a river, it can flow or be still. The gear gives you a power to do this. So let's say I believe you, which I am inclined to. I mean, just look where I'm standing. I imagine all the people I could save, those that are struggling or in danger, but I sense you want something in return. You wouldn't just hand out this power. I'm glad you are smart, as they say. The truth is, I grow tired of this place. The Ark is fun for a time, but my ambitions have grown larger. I seek a worthy successor, someone to rule in my stead. However, there is more than just time. The power of the Ark runs deeper. So, this gear is just a taste, Indeed. The Ark governs life and death as well. This renders the dweller immortal. Governs life and death? You mean you can bring back the dead? Yes, or I can cause the living to die. Something I fear I'll be doing more of. But you said you couldn't reverse time. It's true. I can't. But time and life are separate entities. I'm not sure how to explain the difference. It's a concept hard to put in words, but it's easily understood in practice. If you become my successor, you'll see. You mean there's a chance I might not be? I didn't realize this was a gamble. I thought you were making me an offer. Of course this is a gamble, Max. You are not the only one who will be chosen. There will be a few contestants, along with a goal and an objective. I can't just give the Ark away, not without finding a worthy owner. It is your goal to prove that worth, and there will be others in your way. Very well then. What are your terms? Ryo lets out a sinister smirk. My terms are simple. Pay very close attention. Oh, wow. Wow, very helpful. Chapter 5, a brief reprieve. Present day. Holy crap, I forgot about you. I feel like I've mixed up the taxi driver's voice, Max's voice, and now Kaylane's voice. Well, I mean, if I just kept using the same voice for 3 different people, I mean, I don't see why not just continue. How you holding up? Thirsty or hungry? Neither. Just feeling lonely. With me right beside you? I'm not sure if I should be offended. I thought I was pretty good company. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Of course you're good company, Kaylin. It's just, I'm missing a lot of people. That, it's wet, dark. Wet is good. Humidity helps. You don't want to dry out in a cell. Trust me, it's an awful experience. I know you say you're not hungry, but I've been monitoring your eating. You'll starve if you don't have some more. Just ration this bread, Kaboo. Not a chance. That's yours. Not really. I can survive on little food. Your body isn't used to that, though. I can tell this situation is foreign to you. It seems to be the opposite for you. You spend a lot of time in prison, Kaylin. More than I'd like to admit, but being in prison isn't all that bad. Excuse me? I always seem to find a way out. This time will be no different. We're alive, so that means one thing. They want us alive. If they didn't, we'd be dead by now. Only you could find that reassuring. I'm afraid I don't share that sentiment. Blair would never keep someone alive, not unless they were important to him. So for now, we get free food and shelter. Well, the side of torture you made, your optimism is an inspiration. It's just who I am. Think of it like this. Every time they take me out for torture, I can mentally map more of the estate. I'll have it all down in no time. Then we can plan our escape. I'm used to torture, trying to resist it. I'll make sure they always take me. Besides, I have some letters to send out, and what better time to do it? I hope my friends are getting them. I know this place inside and out. I can definitely help you, but I can't just let you suffer in my stead. Of course you can. That's what buddies are for. Buddies? Yeah. I want to help you out, Kaboo. That's why I gave you my bread. And why I'll make sure they don't hurt you. I don't think I can repay you for this. Well, you could tell me about yourself.
If we're buddies, I should get to know you.
I suppose that is a fair exchange. Will you tell me about yourself too?
Sorry, I don't really do that. The bread and care will have to suffice.
Oh,
But please, do tell me. I don't ask unless I genuinely care.
Kaylin lets out a soft smile. Well, it's just like I said at the rally. I don't remember much, but I'm not Terran. The first thing I remember is Lord Plier.
I'm sorry to hear that. That must not have been a pleasant first memory.
Huh. In this case, you're wrong. I look back at that memory very fondly. Were it not for Plier, I'd be dead. Back then, he was different. He threatened me as if I were a Terran native, like I was his own flesh and blood. But everything changed, and so fast. Politics turned him into a different man. He was much easier to coerce and influence. He only cared about his following. He lost sight of his true self. But I suppose it's collateral damage. Not many people stick to their views, especially when others don't share them. He started telling people what they wanted. No longer did he talk about what he wanted. It was all about pleasing the population. It can be addicting, having power, having people cheer your presence. I could see how that changed him. I guess he gave in. That's when I started to feel neglected. He would rarely speak to me.
That must be hard, having a father figure treat you that way. Is it why you decided to speak up?
No. That's a different matter entirely. A lot changed when Riley came on board. He was supposed to be Plier's advisor. It was more like he owed Lord Plier. Suddenly, Riley was the one in charge, and he made him do so horrible things.
What do you mean?
This isn't the only cell down here. There are others, filled with people. He's keeping undocumented immigrants. Riley convinced him to do this. The immigration stance was his idea. Plier loved immigrants. He loved me. They were able to get a steady supply. Something about two men with connections. They came for some sort of arrangement, but they kept everyone alive. So it's not like they want to kill them. It's more like they want to ostracize them. He thinks it'll make Terra better. But that hurts me. It really does. I wouldn't be a part of this new Terra. I heard him talking to Riley. If elected, he'll make more prisons, immigration camps, or something like that. A place to keep them while he works. He wants to sever Terra's connection, remove us from the galactic community. But that's far too dangerous, Kaylin. We know what happened when Vasquez tried. This is not to be trifled with.
I find this all hard to believe. So we're not really alone down here?
Not at all. But getting back on topic, all this is Riley's doing. He makes Plier do these awful things, but it's still Plier himself that does them. His hands have gotten so dirty, Kaylin, while Riley remains as clean as ever.
Wait, you don't mean...
Yes, he's setting Plier up. He wants to remove Plier from the picture. Then he'll be free to upstir the campaign.
Okay, now I'm a little confused. You say it's Riley behind all this. Then why did you frame Plier at the rally?
Riley must believe that he's winning. That way, he can let his guard down. I got help from an assassin, Indy. Together we created a fake manifest. That's what I submitted at the rally. And that's what started all this. You must have thought I was stupid, turning against Lord Plier so easily. Especially with evidence forged in haste.
It did seem a little odd, but now I understand why. So, what's the next step?
Hopefully the player can realize the truth. After this, he'll want to escape blame. Maybe he'll place the pieces together. Hopefully, in doing this, he'll realize that when the both of us come in, assuming he learns to your guild heritage, he'll realize he can't escape the storm. At that point, he'll seek protection. And that's exactly what you can offer. You should come down here to talk. And that's when we can barter. Use your services to gain freedom. Services? What kind of services?
You thought all of this through?
I did. Sorry if it was complicated. But if we protect Pierre, we can use him. His testimony will help expose Riley. Of course! They'll lose all validity. No one will vote for these two men. It'll screw the election for Vasquez.
I misjudged you. I'm impressed.
Most do. And that makes it easier. I can avoid suspicion. And detection.
Wow. You think like a mercenary. You'd be a great addition, Kaboo. Maybe the guild life would suit you. At least, that's the way I think. Always be steps ahead of the enemy. Then you'll be able to counter them. It's one of the first things I learned.
I guess I wasn't lucky enough to learn it. All this just came to me by instinct.
Sounds lucky to me. So what do we do? Just wait?
It's all we can do, really. Wait for a player to come to his senses. Or perhaps, wait for him to get caught. Wait, is this in Terra where I'm passed out? Wow. We screwed everything up, didn't we? Can't even take a nap without ruining stuff. How do you think the king will take this? You know, that his savior is missing. He's gonna be furious, Indy.
Quiet! It's not the time or place for jokes. We have to figure out what happened. The savior must be somewhere nearby. There's too much on the line to leave this. We have to figure it out, and fast.
Sorry. But maybe he just left on his own will. I mean, we never had him in shackles. They always had the freedom to walk.
But we explained things so well. I was certain we had their allegiance. They can't have just walked away. Look around for clues. There's more here, I know it.
Oh, we're detectives now. Did I sleep through that meeting?
Conrad, enough! Sorry for yelling. Would you please help me look around? Look for elements of foul play. They can decide our next actions.
Yeah, I'm on it. And I'll try to keep low on the jokes. I didn't realize this was a hot topic. Just a hard habit to kick. Especially when it's second nature, you know?
I understand.
Thanks. You start looking over there. I'll get this half of the room.
I appreciate it. They can't have gone far either. So the faster we find a lead, the better.
They spent a few moments scouting the room. After a few months passed, Indy makes a discovery.
Conrad.
Yeah?
Come here. I found something.
What is it?
It's blood.
Wait, the Savior's blood? Hang on, let me taste it.
Hang on, let me taste. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. For this tattered piece of clothing, I'd recognize it anywhere, Conrad. Lord Pierre was here.
That's impossible. We're still on good terms with him. Indy holds up the piece of fabric. The blood has long since dried.
Well, who else would wear this? There's no other explanation. I've seen him wear this many times.
That's purely conjecture. We should look around a little more. He knew all about Lord Pierre. There's no way he'd leave willingly. Yet, there are no signs of a struggle. Fabric was torn and blood drawn. That doesn't happen without a fight. There'd have to be something left behind. But everything is in pristine condition. Perhaps we're falling into a trap, being tricked into thinking this way. This could be what the assailant wants. We were just next door, Indy. We would have heard it if anything happened. Think about this logically. No assuming.
I'm not assuming anything, Conrad. The evidence is right before me. There's no mistaking what I'm seeing. Lord Pierre must have abducted the Savior. We must make haste to his residence. Our guise has been broken. We can attack head on.
We would have heard the abduction, Indy. Think about this. I'm begging you.
They could have spiked our wine, Conrad. I knew I slept longer than usual.
Now you're being paranoid.
Conrad, just stop it.
Okay. When he has his mind set on something, he goes.
We had someone capable of saving Terra, and now they're missing with evidence. This is perfectly logical conclusion.
I suppose. At first glance.
Exactly. There is a chance I'm right. We have to act on that, no matter how small. If we don't, the Savior could be killed. There is too much in the balance to debate. We need to take action before anything else.
At least meet me halfway, Indy. We can't afford to be so reckless.
What do you have in mind?
Let's just pay him a visit. We can gauge how he treats us. We'll be able to tell pretty quickly. If he tries anything funny, then we act. Right now, it's not right to assume. We could be heading into a trap, you know? If we attacked first, we'd blow our cover. Then everything would just fall apart. That could easily be someone's true goal.
Very well.
Indy places his hand on Conrad's shoulder.
But if he is holding the Savior, or if he gives off the slightest suspicion, I will show him no mercy. I promise.
He has his mind set. He goes for his goal. Jeez, I would not like to be near Indy when he's pissed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Righty too. We made an alliance with him.
You can see how this is important to me. Normally, I wouldn't go to such extremes, but Kaylin life is on the line here.
Who are you?
You always did have a soft spot for him. It's a rare to see you in dire straits, but yeah, I guess I can understand. What do you want me to do about it? I'm one of your enemies after all. Why would I help the competition?
You wouldn't help the competition, but you might help our friends.
Oh, we're friends now? When you need help, that's how it works.
Samantha.
Don't call me that. It's Sam.
I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but this time, I really do need your help.
You had your chance to recruit me, but you chose the pretty boy instead. And now you want me to help you save him? The irony is actually comedic.
Are you only here to mock me?
Well, I need to check in on things. My boss needs all kinds of information.
And who is your boss exactly?
Sorry, lips are sealed. But you're asking me to swear allegiance. Only coin can get me to do that, Roddy. And no small amount of them either. I might also use this chance to spy. So don't think I'm yours for good. I could turn my back and sell you out.
I was fully expecting to pay for this. As a mercenary, I know the power of money.
Very well. Tell me the full story. I don't want any naughty little surprises. I don't get along with those, Ratty.
Well, Kaelin is being held prisoner. In Lord Lear's manor, actually. Maybe you've heard of him.
Of course I have. And go crazy. The security on his estate is massive.
That's why I've come to you.
I'll require a bonus then.
Fine, but it's just a rescue mission. Fuck, I didn't read that. Shit. I accidentally skipped it, my bad. But if there are any other prisoners, I think we should extract them as well.
Bonus!
Also, I'm open to any important facts. If you dig up dirt on Blair or the King.
Bonus! This girl's a gold digger. Okay. Also, you may be subject to more bonuses, especially if mission parameters change. Do you find this acceptable already?
Yes, but I'm coming with you.
Like hell you are, I work alone.
No, you work with me now.
No thanks, we tried that once before. You said I was too reckless, I think. Choose the pretty boy for me.
This isn't an entrance exam, Sam. Lives on the line, you know. I didn't pay you back then. I set the mission parameters. You will charge me accordingly.
Fine, but I doubt you can afford me. Especially not when you met in a cellar. Headquarters under a tavern, that's rich.
Actually, it's the other way around. The town was built over my HQ. Those tunnels are deep. Lots of secrets. Remember, Vasquez found this place. The world treasury is nearly limitless.
Trust me, I'm aware.
So what do you think? Can we work together, Sam?
Sure. Let's talk numbers.
Oh boy.
And that's where I'm going to end off this episode. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll catch you on the next one. Hasta la vista, baby.